we hope you have all your cloud computing on Rackspace, but we're realists. We know that you probably have servers on Amazon or some other hosting company, or now that the world has OpenStack, maybe you have OpenStack servers running on your own data center. Well, Mist.io has a way to manage all of those servers across different providers, which is really helpful for all of you, and you should see it. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Chris Psaltis. I'm CEO and co-founder in Mist.io, and I'm an engineer, and I have studied computer vision and machine learning, but I soon moved to consulting and development, and now startups.
Yeah, and so you're building a system to help manage cloud computing resources across multiple platforms,
exactly,
right? So
exactly.
How many platforms do you support right now?
Right now we support Amazon, Rackspace, Linode, and OpenStack support is about to roll out. We're in private beta right now,
yeah.
So when we go public in early September, we will also be supporting GoGrid and cloud scaling.
Yeah, and the reason you need this is if you're going to build an architecture that goes across different platforms, you need to manage those servers from a common interface.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So this is becoming more common lately, especially the hybrid approach. So companies have an in-house private installation of OpenStack, for example, but also some public ones on Amazon or on Rackspace. And this makes sense because if it's public facing, then you should have it somewhere out there, closer to your users. But also it makes sense in the case of security, redundancy, failover. So yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing is soon all the geeks are going to have these Google glasses.
Yeah.
And we're going to be at a date or out watching a movie
in a
or
bar.
something.
Yeah.
And you're going to be, your system does all these really cool notifications. We're going to get into what it does, but I could control it right from glass eventually, right?
Exactly, that's the idea. So we're targeting initially hackers and founders and startups like ourselves, where people have many roles, they wear many hats, and they do all kinds of different things. Yeah. And we'd like to enable them to manage their infrastructure better.
Yeah.
And so we could be outside in a bar talking or drinking, and a notification will come, and I can take action right away. I can fix the problem from wherever I am.
So what does it do? What does it show me on the screen?
So
maybe,
yeah, okay.
Maybe let's show it here.
Let's see that. So basically, you have several backends.
So here's old Rackspace, new Rackspace.
Yeah. So there are also several backends that are supported right now. And if I add a new backend, I will get a list of all of my machines there.
Yeah.
So you can see now that these are machines in several different places.
And you can see that it's running?
It's running,
so
yeah. This one is stopped. And this green graph, it's the load average of the machine. So you can get a bird's eye view on what's going on with your machines.
And this is real time.
It's real time,
if you got on, let's say CNBC talked about your server or something like that, and all of a sudden your spikes
Exactly. We collect data every 5 seconds, so it's almost real time.
Okay.
And
can I start, if a server is starting to get overloaded, can I start a new server and add on
Here is how you can provision a new machine. For example, I can do this one, and I can select a provider, one of those that I have already configured. I can select the operating system and its size. Let's do a small one, and in which data center I want to be, an SSH key. And here I can put in a custom script. So I can run a bash command when the machine boots in order to install MongoDB or something like that.
Yep.
And this will
can I hook up Chef or other kinds of recipes?
Yeah. You can do Puppet and Chef recipes, whatever you're using basically. And in the next phase we'll be working on that more, and we'll be expanding support to more platforms as well.
Now, how do you guys get paid? How do I pay you to do this management? And what do I have to pay for?
Up until this point, we are free and open source. So you can simply log in, create an account, or you can install it in-house if you like, and you can simply manage your servers. Now, if you go to monitoring, this is a service that we charge for. And this depends on how many machines you're monitoring.
Right.
So right now, I'm monitoring this one, and you can see the CPU, the load graphs, the network traffic, and all that. And I can also set some kind of alert. So if the CPU usage goes over certain amount, then alert me, or
and this is a common
reboot the server or destroy the server, run a command, for example, restart Apache, the web server, or launch a new one.
So you could set a rule if your server's running out of disk space or running out of processing space, you can automatically get
erase var/temp, for example, or something like that.
And then it could also send a notification to your mobile phone?
Exactly, yeah.
And
this is over email right now, but it will be also a push notification and an SMS option.
Well, email automatically comes into my glass as a notification, and it works on all the cell phones. So that's if you send it to a Gmail address and you have the Gmail app on your iPhone.
And after you get the notification, you can get cell access to the machine. So I can, right now I'm running a simple ls. So you'll see that I'll get the results here. So this way I can fix the problem right away from wherever I am.
Wow. And you can do that on a mobile phone or on
well, we support it's a web app, and it's totally responsive, so it could run on your fridge, I mean, if it had web access.
Wow. And this is all running in a web browser. This is Google Chrome on, is this iOS or this Android?
It's Android.
Yeah. But it would work on an iPad or
of course,
a mobile phone, iPhone.
It's an HTML5 thing.
Very cool. How much do you charge? How much should a developer team expect to pay for the?
We have not officially announced the pricing policy. We'll do that in the next month when we launch in September.
Okay.
But the price range will be very startup friendly.
Okay. And you're aiming mostly at startups, but the enterprise is now coming into cloud in a big way. And I think this is more attractive to enterprises because they have so many disparate systems that they can't move. So they might have a system running on Amazon, they might have a system running in their own data center, and they might have a system running on Rackspace Cloud or somewhere else.
That's a long-term strategy. So we plan to get the developers and the hackers love us, and then move on to the enterprise.
Now you didn't mention like Microsoft Azure or GoGrid or Giant or Google.
By the September, we plan to support a couple of providers more. So we plan to support GoGrid and cloud scaling. And in the next few months, we'll be steadily rolling out support for even more providers like the ones you mentioned.
Okay, cool. Wow, that's really cool. It's pretty easy to pick up. It's easy to add to your. Do you have to add any code to your existing cloud or anything like that?
No, nothing. To do the monitoring part, we install a monitoring agent on your machine, but it's completely open source, so you can simply get it from the repository of your distro.
Now, one advantage of this kind of monitoring is, can you put that monitor in different parts of the world, so I can see what the server response time looks like to India, for instance?
Right now, we don't support some kind of external checks, but we're working with Rackspace right now in order to provide such kind of external checks and be able to do this latency and ping tests from wherever you are.
And since you're trying to take a lowest common denominator approach to all of the services, Rackspace has its own monitoring tool. What do you miss by using your tool instead of the Rackspace monitoring tool?
Right now, you miss the external checks thing, the pings and all these. But after the integration, you can simply put in your Rackspace account, and you're ready to go with whatever you already have on Rackspace.
Because we built that as
an API,
it's
an API, yeah.
Very cool. Is there anything else the developers should need to know about your system?
Visit the website, subscribe, and we'll send an invitation very soon, I hope.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And where do we learn more about it? I guess
it's https mist.io.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming out and showing this to me. It's really helpful to cloud developers. So thank you so much.
Thank you.